I know when to go. Are you there?
Yeah, hold on, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mindset Monday. It is November 18th, 2024. I hope this is a wonderful day for you, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Thank you all for viewing, and thank you so much for your support throughout the months that we've been traveling along. Today, we have a wonderful lesson. Uh, we are talking about preparing for wealth, and we have many different aspects. We have many different lessons. And before we go into today's lesson, we're going to look at recapping last week's lesson. Success is a decision. And I had the privilege to be in way out in New York, West Hampton, close to the beach, and we enjoyed a wonderful time picking up stones, picking up unique stones, just as we're unique in our personhood. All of us are unique. I was picking up stones along the shores of the sea last week, and who graced us with her presence. I was actually at her house, Dr. Karen, and we talk about success as a decision, and just recapping a few of the things that she said. Um, in looking at success, three things. Make sure that what is the intention? The intention. What is it you're about? Then attention, laser focus on what you are about, and then no tension. So once you set the intention, you're staying focused, then no tension, letting go and allowing God to help you pursue your goal. No tension, meaning be at peace, present peace, knowing that once the intention, the attention, that means everything is in place. Now, the intention, attention, and letting go, allow God to direct your life and achieving your goal. Then we talk about it's looking at gratitude, which is 80% of what we are. Giving thanks for what is, giving thanks for what went before, and giving thanks for the now. 80% of our life, our goal is being grateful. Then 16% is actually preparation, getting the skills, the attributes that will get you to performing, to getting to your success goal. Then 4% is the actual work. So if we are grateful, if we are looking at what we have, looking at who we have around us instead of what we don't have, because what we don't have, we don't even know how will it feel because we never had it. So being grateful for what we have now, we can appreciate the people around us, the things around us, and then make preparation for how we can achieve what we need to achieve, and then do the steps in getting it done. So 80% gratitude, 16% preparation, and 4 measly percent getting the work done. So that's a recap of last week. This week, we're going to look at preparing for wealth, but we're going to look at some principles in how to how to achieve wealth, principles of wealth. And I hope this discussion will help you see, visualize, or be reminded of the things that you may already know. And before I get into this evening's little talk, just so you know, this month is Thanksgiving and in the US, and I know for the most part, some other countries, you may have people who are from the US. So we help us celebrate Thanksgiving. So next week, we're going to have a little free flow uh, kind of thing. And I may put my Zoom link in the YouTube chat next week. So if you want to jump on and just share with us what you are grateful for. So next week is a free flow. So you're going to come on and just share with us what you're thankful for. And we'll be grateful to have you to share with us, not only typing in the chat, but if you want to stay on YouTube and type in the chat and tell us what you're thankful for, that's fine. But you have the privilege, you will have the privilege next week to join me on Zoom to just give thanks. What you're grateful for, who you're grateful for, and how it is gratitude has served you up to now. So, without further ado, I will jump into what our little discussion will be today in our series of preparing for wealth. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I thought technology did something. You know, when I am just learning how to use technology, so I sometimes do little things and throw myself off Zoom or throw myself off the network I'm using. So just so you know, I am still a novice to technology. I am competent in other things, but technology is not one of my best things. So I have my able tech who assist mess up things when I or find other ways in doing things which is not serving me well. That's all technology the other way for me. So let's see in our little talk this evening how or some principles of wealth. Telling you, technology. Come on. I guess I better talk instead of just looking because not everything I know from my head, and these are not my words. So I am sharing with you things that I have found, and it may be beneficial to you. So I'm looking for it. It's right here, but sometimes I am not able to find it quickly. I know it's right in front of me and it's somewhere, but it's eluding me. And eventually I found it. Let me see if I can share my screen so you can see actually what I am doing. All right. Okay, so let's see the slide. Prepare for your wealth. And we are looking at principles of building wealth. Voila. Principles of building wealth. So, building wealth takes time, effort, and discipline. The good news is that there are strategies that can help us build and preserve wealth over the long term. This, the earlier you start putting these practice in focus, the better chance of success. And as we spoke last week about success, intention, attention, and no. So one of the principles that earning money. So the first thing something we do or is to start making money. This step might seem obvious, but it's essential. You can't save what you don't have. You've probably seen charts showing that regularly saved and allowed to compound over time eventually can grow into a substantial sum. And mm, several episodes before, when we share how we start from a child, I told you about how my uncle um, give me that little piggy bank and I put money there. And over time, there was a big sum that I was able to open, buy a second home or buy your first home, donate your wealth to charity, being a good philanthropy, donating to charity, or setting goals is an essential step in building wealth. When you have a clear vision of what you want, you can create a plan to help you get there. And this is a spin off of what we spoke about last week. Setting that intention, making sure you focus, and then having no tension. This thing is not working for me. It's not allowing me to flow. Anyway, saving money. Simply making money won't help you build wealth if you end up spending it all. And I go back to that, one of my lessons that I learned in my early life. When my uncle gave me my allowance and a little bit of it, I put in that pea bank. Now, I wanted something. Although I had money, he gave me money, but I wanted more. And what he said to me, I'm a thief, although it's my money. But I did not need to go in it to take money. So if I'd used everything, I would have nothing to open that little bank account. So making money won't help you build wealth if you end up spending it all. Moreover, if you don't have enough money for your bills or an emergency, you should prioritize saving enough above all else. Many experts recommend having 3 to 6 months worth of income saved for such situations. I remembered one of my clients, she came to me a couple of years ago. She said that I wanted a house. I had some money saved up for the deposit, and they would not give me the house. And one of the things I shared with her, I asked her, how much money did you have? And she said, just the deposit. So I shared with her the little I know because my knowledge was not as extensive as it is now. I asked her, I told her what I was told 6 to 1 year of income will assist you. She did not have even 1 month apart from the little deposit. So that will put you in a bind if you have just that small amount. See if you can save, pay off your debt, save a little so you can be a little freer and have a little bit more for emergency should in case something happens. So to set more money aside for building wealth, consider these moves. Track your spending for at least 1 month. Find the fat and trim it. Set a savings goal. Put savings on automatic. Most, if not all, of the financial institutions will show you that once you're getting a direct deposit, you can set up a portion that automatically goes to your savings account, and that will help to normalize savings because it is not automatic for most of us to save. So if we do that, that money will be restricted and it will go to your savings account. So you will have that put in without you even knowing. Find high yield savings. And several episodes ago for her. So these things that I'm sharing, we did it before, but we're just rehearsing just for clarity. Next, invest. Once you've managed to set aside some money, the next step is investing it so that it will grow over time. Remember, the interest rates on typical savings account tend to be very low. But you also have, as I said earlier, high is beneficial for you. So, so your cash risk losing purchasing power over time to inflation because inflation goes up. So time value of money is very important. Uh, Types of investment. Investment varies in terms of risk and potential return. Generally, the safer they are, the lower their potential return and vice versa. In other words, if you are investing in in low risk, the returns are not that great. But high risk gives you high return, and high risk also you can lose a lot. But you have to balance it. And this is where your financial advisors come in very handy. As I said, I am savvy and I am competent in some things, and other things I'm not competent. So the things you're not competent in, find the persons who are competent that can help to direct you in that way. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, those are low risk investments, and they are safer. But again, your financial advisor will help you to have that balance and share with you what is fitting for you based on your situation. Protect your asset. This is number 5 of principles for building wealth. Protect your assets. You've worked hard to earn your money and grow your wealth. The worst thing could happen is to lose it all due to sudden tragedy or unforeseen events. Insurance is a key to building your wealth. And we spoke about insurance extensively, as I am an insurance agent and I'm also an enrolled agent. So I'm dealing with the tax side as well as the insurance side. So those two marry together and you have them working in synergy. It can help you to balance things. So again, make sure, now all of these we're sharing with you, we're making sure that you are more competent, you are more aware. So as the year come to a close, although each day is a new day, as the year come to a close, we want you to be in a better position for yourself and your family, building and preserving wealth so that if you should be out of the picture, your family is still protected. So, yes, life insurance will pay beneficiary a death benefit. And while you're living, your life insurance can also work for you. So, as you see, these are things that you have heard before, but we are just cementing things. We are reminding because repetition is the art of learning. We are making sure that you hear it again and again, and you connect with your financial advisor, your tax accountant, or the persons who are privy to this, the persons who are knowledgeable in this field, so that you can be helped, you can be directed, and you are able to make the right decisions. The sixth principle is minimizing the impact of taxes. So taxes are often overlooked and it drag your wealth building efforts. Of course, we are all subject to income tax and sales tax, depending on what business we're in. So for employees, it's income tax. For employees and employers, because some of us are parallelpreneur. We have our own business, and in the same way, we are working for an investor. So we are taxed otherwise because we have businesses. So sales tax. Uh, but if we are if we are diligent and allow the persons who are competent in this field to share with us, to direct us in the right way, it is taxes. And for those who are philanthropists and you normally give monies to charities, you normally have a percentage each month that you normally give. If you have a, a huge charity that you want to serve or you have been serving, you can give a lump sum this year. You still have 1 month, a little bit over a month to make good on that. So you may up your itemized deduction and get a more robust contribution than if you spread that money over time. So speak to your financial advisor, speak to your tax accountant, see if that would benefit you this year and just get it done. Just pay that, because ultimately you'll be paying it. But if you can pay that now before December 31st, you can benefit, you might benefit. Your refund may get a little bigger, or your tax liability may shrink, depending on which scale you're on. So the tax impact, once you get the right information, you can be helped, you can benefit. So that's why it is essential to understand your tax situation, and you are able to get the most benefit from your contribution. The seventh, manage debt and build your credit. As you build wealth, you'll start to find it worthwhile to take on debt to fund various purchases of investment. You may pay for things with a credit card to earn points or rewards. You might apply for a mortgage for a home or second home improvements, or an auto loan to purchase a car. Maybe you'll want to take out a personal loan to help you start a business or invest in someone else's business. So these are different ways you can actually increase wealth or start to build your wealth. Another important thing, maintain a good credit score. Pay your bills on time. Keep your credit utilization low. When you're carrying high amounts, high credit, you're risky. They call you a high risk. So your credit score will diminish. Monitor your credit report. Now, a lot of times, some of my clients, they will say, "Oh, I didn't check my credit for maybe 8 months." No, please. I always recommend that you check your credit for the three credit agencies, Experian, um, so I'll tell you the other ones. But for the major three, you can get a free credit report at least once a year. And it is important if you set up an account so you can manage or view it. And most of the major banks, they have credit monitoring. I'm not sure if all of them do, but most of them do have credit monitoring systems that can help you to manage your credit, because people will hack your account and they will be spending in Las Vegas, which you've never been. And then when you find out, you are in serious situation. So it's important to monitor, pay attention, just as how you have a lock on your Quran. A lot of houses now do have cameras in their house. So credit monitoring is like a camera on your credit. So utilize the opportunities, utilize the tools we have so we can help ourselves and help others. For people who are more mature, or they're not computer savvy, people who are in your family, help them. You have the information, so you can help them to protect them, because it is horrendous for people who have been victims of identity theft, or people who have their their credit stolen. It is crazy. A lot of money, a lot of time and effort is lost when that's done. So please pay attention, help others who are not privy to this information, so we can enjoy the rest of the year. We can enjoy the days to come without worrying. The more aware we are, is the better equipped we are to manage things if something should happen or something should materialize. So when you're monitoring your credit, I think they also have alerts. So alerts will either close it. Say, for instance, you may have traveled somewhere and you did not inform your bank, and a purchase is made, it may decline because that was not one of them that you always do. So it's very important that you have these things and you're aware that these things can happen so you are protected. So monitor your credits, avoid opening too many new accounts. Remember, when you open accounts, these they have they have searches on your account. There's another word for it, but I don't remember right now. But once you have too much search on your account, your credit score drops. So managing things help you to know what is out there and what you're doing. Very important. Fun. Anyways, it's delaying. I think technology realized that I want to move faster, and it's just saying relax. I guess maybe that's what it's saying. So again, when you manage, when you stay focused, when you prepare, when you have things in place, when you're aware of what's happening around you, when you're aware of what's happening with your investment, you can relax, you can stay at ease. So I think technology slows me down at this point to remind us once you have things in place, you can stay at ease. It doesn't mean that challenges may not override, or things may happen unexpectedly, but because you're prepared when unexpected events come, you're easier to pivot than if you have things thrown all over the place. So the while getting rich quick schemes sometimes may be enticing, the tried and true way to build wealth is through regular savings and investing and patiently allowing that money to grow over time. It's fine to start small. The important thing is start and start early. And if today is not early for you, you may be in your 50s, 60s, but it's better to start now than none at all. So early meaning when you just start working, but early also can mean start today since you did not start as yet. So starting today is still good. So earn money and then save it and invest monthly. When we have these principles, when we set these principles in motion, we will realize how important it is. We talk about preparing for wealth in land ownership. We talk about preparing for wealth in um, setting up investments. We talk about preparing for wealth in healthcare directives, making sure that all the ducks are in row, making sure that all our investments are in a portfolio that it is managed, making sure that our families understand what to do if something should happen to the major breadwinner, making sure that if you're the breadwinner and you have no family member, you have no immediate family like a son, a daughter, or a spouse, you want to make sure you have someone who is, again, trustworthy, who can be there for you to take care of your investment, to take care of you, to make decisions for you if the event that you cannot make decisions for yourself. So planning for wealth and preparing for wealth and staying focused on what to be done or directing someone who can assist you in that will make life much more easier if for the want of a better word, or make your life more meaningful when you understand what's happening, when you know what's happening, even if you are not able to do everything, but you have someone who is competent, you have someone who knows what to do, you can go and say, okay, I have this to do, and I know you are aware of investments. How do I put this? Or you can say, I got some inheritance and I'm not sure how to manage. Say, I was gifted some land, pieces of land, whether in the US or in the Caribbean. For me, I'm from Jamaica. Or you may be blessed that someone from another country gifted you a piece of property and you want to get to the persons who have legal information who can help you to make the legal decisions. Just having something and not understanding how it works, or putting things in place that someone else can inherit if you should pass. It is very, very important. And we want to be good stewards of what God has entrusted to us, because we are not owners, but we are called to use it to his glory, to assist, to promote life, to help others, to help ourselves. We're managers. We're managers. We're not owners. So we manage what was entrusted to us. So we to the fullest. We can enjoy life. We can go on vacation to enjoy the beautiful earth that God has created. And in the same way, as we are spiritual beings but operating in this physical form, we know that at some point in time, we have to give account for what is done in our bodies. And one of my favorite scripture is it Romans 12, verse 1, I think. It says, I beseech you, Paul, the writer, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, present your bodies as living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. So while we are philanthropists, while we are managing earth's resource, the God who is the source give us management of earth's resource. While we are using it to help ourselves to live and enjoy life, we have a responsibility to God, who is our creator, that we present ourselves, making sure that we are rightly aligned with his word, with his precepts, with his laws, with his rules, so we can be good steward of what he has entrusted. So as we build wealth, as we share wealth, as we enjoy the wealth that we were entrusted with, we know that we're here to help each other. As I always, as I'm always reminded by one of my favorite authors, Miles Monroe, he reminds us that we were created to operate in an era of gifting. And while we operate in that era of gifting, we complement each other. So we are, for myself, I'm an enroll agent, I'm a tax accountant, I'm my role. That's not my identity, but that's a role that I play as an enroll agent, as a tax accountant, as a insurance sales representative, and other things. But those are some of my major roles. And as I use those roles to assist others in making decisions, in sharing with them how to, it's my responsibility also to be good steward of what I've received so it can benefit humanity. And in the end, it also gives glory to God, who is the source, of all the resource that I'm using. So I am so privileged this evening to share these few tips with you, to share and to enhance what you've learned before and to remind us of what we can do, what we are privy to, how we can be of ourselves and others as we go through our life on a daily basis. I hope this was very helpful. Let me see if there's any comments or any questions that I may be able to answer. Just bear with me. I'm just looking at my device to see if there are any questions. Ah, okay, I'm trying to find. Just bear with me. Remember, I am competent in many things, but technology I'm still working on. So I know you're loving on me and I'm loving on you while I'm looking for the page that I can see if there are any questions. Oh my. I am still looking. But while I'm looking for the questions, I hope that you are putting together or reminding yourself of what you're grateful for so we can share them next week when we come together to the grateful session, the gratitude session. And as I alluded to, I will send the Zoom link next week. I'll put the Zoom link in the YouTube that any one of you, my viewers, who would want to come on Zoom and share with us what you're grateful for. Since we're in the season of Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving, though it is designated in America the last Thursday of November, I'm sure all of you, if not most of us, if not all of us, we have a lot or something specific on a daily basis to be grateful for. So we are going to come together and share what we are grateful for. My page is not coming up, so forgive me. I'm not seeing the chat. So my technology isn't working the way I want it to work this time. So I hope I'll see all of you next week to share with us what you're grateful for. I am trying to find the questions. Right, someone text me. She said she don't want to be named. She said, "Thank you for this valuable information. This is definitely a reminder, and I will be checking with my tax accountant because I always give to charity and I never get to itemize because they said that my standard deduction is greater. So I'm gonna find out if I give my entire deduction contribution that I had earmarked, if this will make a difference. Yes, that's that's a good that's a good question to ask your tax accountant, because since they're the ones who prepare your taxes each year, and if they will have an idea if there are no major changes in your income or your expenses, to see if that solution will make a difference, to see if you can itemize. And when you, if the, of course, if the itemized deduction is greater, your refund will be a little bit more than if you had done standard deduction. So that's a good observation, and make sure you do that before December 31st, so you can make do on that deduction if that's right for you. Still not able to see my page come up, so I am really not sure what's happening. I'm not sure. I am not sure what's going on. Okay. Okay, now I can see. You see, I can see now. I can see clearly, as the song said, the rain is gone, although there was no rain falling. Queen Debbie said, "Greetings, Queen Miriam." Queen Marie says, "Blessings, Queen Miriam. I love your pretty blouse." Oh, thank you. Queen Debbie said, "Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours." Um, Queen Debbie said, "Thanks in advance for your, my darling." Queen Theda says, "Hi, Queen Debbie, Anne Marie, Lily Lane. Great information being shared by Queen Miriam." Thank you, all viewers. Queen Lily Lane, Queen Debbie, Queen Anne Marie, Queen Theda, and all of the queens and kings who are viewing, and those who will be viewing the replay. This is so valuable that when we are prepared, when we are able to share what we learn with others who are not privy to either viewing online or not privy to understanding most of what is being said, but we are the hands and feet of others who are not able to do this for themselves. That's why no man is an island. No man stands alone. So we are here to assist our brothers and sisters. We are here as good stewards to share what we know, to share what we have, and to enjoy with others as we traverse, we journey on this earth, being good stewards, as we journey, um, managing the investments that we get. And one of the investment is our own body. Because if our bodies are lacking, we're not able to assist others, because we're always looking inward. We are not able to look at others when we are either having ill health or lack of resources, financial resources, that we can help others. But when we, as one of my favorite scripture, present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. It's not, it's not an extra, it's just reasonable to present our body, to stay in right alignment. You know, when I'm driving the vehicle, I was driving my car yesterday and on a straight road, and I could literally let go the steering, and it continued straight. The road was smooth too, so there was nothing to veer the wheel off. That tells me that my car is in alignment. But if it was if I sometimes some time ago it was not aligned, so as soon as I let the steering go, it starts veering off. I say this as the car is in alignment, if our minds and our bodies are aligned, if our mind is aligned to the word of God, and our bodies will follow, because our minds will focus, direct us, doing the right thing, operating the right way with people, with resources, with everything. Once we're in proper alignment, we are better able to live, do, and be more, becoming the better, best version of ourselves. And once we are aligned, we are able to see, visualize, be aware. Our antennas will be up, and we'll be able to visualize vision. We'll be able to accomplish what God has created us for. So as we prepare for wealth, as we, look at these tenets, these principles of wealth, as we think about success, as we think about our destination, whatever is our destination, whether it's to be whatever, or to share whatever, or to even help in a soup kitchen or anything. Because once we are in alignment and we're taking care of our bodies, we're taking care of our own home, we are taking care of what God has entrusted to us, we will be better citizens. We will be better able to be a holistic human that God, in the final analysis, can say, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." So, as we prepare for wealth, as we go on in gratitude, as we state the intention and we are focused and we have no tension. That means we letting go and allowing God to direct our life. We will be in alignment. We will be in flow. We will be at peace, present peace instead of tension. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know. Share with me in the YouTube. And I'm looking forward for us to give thanks together as we come together next week, seeing, sharing what we're grateful for. So until next week, this is Miriam Edwards for another episode of Mindset Monday.